You were right, Joshua. Bodies up ahead.
Is there no peace for a dying man?
What happened here?
The ether floods made savage beasts of my companions. And those faithless orcs, I knew they weren't to be trusted. We were told that they would stay loyal to our cause. Something commanded their loyalty, but it was not us.
It's a wonder they stayed faithful for so long.
Perhaps they sensed our downfall. The king is gone, our nation in ruins. What becomes of us loyal pawns now? Sworn to a shattered throne. Fuck Walud. Fuck the dead king and his god. Fuck this withered shithole. The floods do not affect you. You are a bearer, albeit one who's lost his brand. Pray, hear me, brother. Will you grant this pawn his final wish? Will you lay my dying soul to rest?
Of course.
Beyond my...
May you find peace at last. Let's go. Run like the wind. Don't tell me. The only way to the capital
is through that gate, just as you surmise.
There's an army down there, Joshua.
Yes, but I don't see any dominance.
Come on.
Not an unturned soldier in sight.
Then we end their suffering. He's made nothing easy so far.
Choice.
I'm glad, but I'm not going to do a single one of them now.
Gorbachev would meet with Reagan on 5 separate occasions between 1985 and 1988, with each meeting building trust and respect between the two. Reagan happily negotiated with such an open and cooperative Soviet leader, with the two signing the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty on December 8, 1987, banning all short and intermediate range missiles. Within 3 years, the treaty had led to the destruction of over 2,500 nuclear weapons, with each side allowing access to the nuclear sites to check compliance. It was a momentous agreement, being the first time both sides had pledged to eliminate an entire class of nuclear missile. And soon Gorbachev's reforms would begin to unravel the Soviet Union itself. In December 1988, he would make a speech to the United Nations, vowing to cut the Soviet ground force commitment in Eastern Europe by 500,000 men, signaling that the Brezhnev Doctrine would no longer be enforced. Realizing that they would not be crushed by the Soviet military, reformers began to emerge across Eastern Europe, and in 1989, a string of democratic revolutions would see nearly every communist government ousted from power. On November 9th, the most symbolic monument of the Cold War, the Berlin Wall, would come down, and Germany itself would be reunited the following year. The Soviet Union would collapse in 1991, dissolving into 15 independent states, a surprisingly quick and bloodless conclusion to the Cold War, a conflict which had dominated international relations for over 40 years.
Measured against these lofty ideals the Soviet Union set for itself, it was an utter failure. It was an incredibly inefficient system smothered by a vast bureaucracy. A nation which butchered 10 million of its own citizens in its name, and created one of the most repressive and ruthless police states the world had ever seen. It started in 1917 in the Russian Empire. Tsar Nicholas II was overthrown in the Russian Revolution by a group known as the Bolsheviks. The Bolsheviks were...
I'll be fine. Look, Clive.
Society, and this new Marxist country was officially founded in 1922. But
It's a fortress.
under the rule of Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin, the Soviet Union was slowly turned into a ruthless police state, where anyone even suspected of disloyalty could be sent to forced labor camps, as well as random people regardless of their loyalty. The leaders who would reign over the Soviet Union during its collapse were also the ones who grew up in Stalin's Soviet Union and experienced the cruelty of the regime firsthand. In the 1940s, the Soviet Union found itself at war with Germany. Last time I showed this map, a lot of people from Finland got angry that I included their country among the Axis powers. So to avoid any controversy this time, I'll just remove Finland. During this war, the Soviet Union conquered much of Eastern Europe. Some parts it annexed for itself. Other parts became satellite countries. These satellite countries were indirectly controlled through the Warsaw Pact. This pact was an agreement between the countries of East Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and for a short time Albania. The Warsaw Pact was a complicated agreement between the countries, but in simple terms, the agreement guaranteed military support from the other nations in case of war, economic integration of the member states, and used the threat of invasion to make sure that all its member countries remained communist and loyal to the Soviet Union. After the Second World War, the Soviet Union and the United States of America became embroiled in a Cold War. This basically divided the world between the capitalist United States and its allies versus the communist Soviet Union and its allies. This division was personified in the Iron Curtain, a series of border walls and fences dividing Europe in two. When Stalin died in 1953, the new Soviet leaders decided to lift many of the most repressive.
That's no ordinary girl. Nice try. try.
This is me fighting Gabby right now.
Command economy. In this the creation of
Gabby, why'd you go with that ugly girl?
while giving consumer goods, innovativeness, and quality a much lower priority. At the same time, the Soviet Union was also incredibly inefficient. What would happen is that the government would set itself a goal and then throw as many resources as was needed at the issue until they had the desired result. This meant that if a system was inefficient, it would receive more resources from the government to get the desired results. So basically, the less efficient a system, the more resources would be spent on it. On top of this inefficiency, the government also spent a lot of money on weapons to compete with the United States for the prestige of being a superpower. And sent money to various Soviet client states to prop up their economies with the aim of showing the world how great communism was as an ideology. And this latter part cannot be ignored. The Soviet leadership took policy not out of a pragmatic point of view of what worked and what didn't, but instead created policy based on ideology, regardless of whether it worked or not. And this blatant disregard for reality caused the Soviet Union to implement policies which simply didn't work. As a result, the level of healthcare was notoriously bad. Housing was shoddy, and people's diets were far less varied, all the while espousing how much better the Soviet citizens were doing compared to the rest of the world. The last leader of the Soviet Union.
Of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
Explained the Soviet economy quite well. There is plenty of everything: land, oil and gas, other natural resources, and God gave us lots of intelligence and talent. Yet we live explained the Soviet economy quite well. There is plenty of everything: land, oil and gas, other natural resources, and God gave us lots of intelligence and talent. Yet we live much worse than developed countries, and kept falling behind them more and more. The reasons could already be seen. The society was suffocating in the vice of the command bureaucratic system, doomed to serve ideology and bear the terrible burden of the arms race. This is in stark opposition to capitalism. Under a capitalist economy, there are many different independent production lines, leaderships, and policies. Each business, each organization, each entrepreneur has to constantly compete with all the other ones in order to survive. If a company falls too far behind their competitor, then they will eventually go bankrupt and thus remove the least efficient actor from the economy, as long as a healthy capitalist economy is maintained. Gorbachev realized the state the Soviet Union was in and felt it was in drastic need of reform. He wanted the Soviet Union to finally realize that old communist dream, the dream of working towards the greater good, the dream of prosperity, the dream of freedom and peace. He felt that after Stalin, the Soviet Union should have given far more rights to the people and created a healthy communist system. Gorbachev wanted to end the secret police spying on people, feeling it was both immoral and a waste of resources. He wanted to give freedom of speech and freedom of the press, believing that criticizing the government would help the government to improve. And he wanted to end the tight grip on power at the top, instead letting local leaders solve local issues, which they can do more effectively than a central government in Moscow. As Gorbachev's foreign minister said it best in 1984, everything is rotten. It has to be changed. But the new leadership did not believe that the communist system as a whole was a bad system. They thought that the system the Soviet Union used was a bastardization of communism, a bloated bureaucracy unable to serve the people it governed, and therefore wanted a communist government not based on fear and suppression, but a communist government based on serving the people. I am not ashamed to say that I am a communist and adhere to the communist idea. But change isn't easy, and there are always those who oppose it. So the first thing Gorbachev did to make change happen was to remove many government department heads from their position and replace them with people more open to change. Many of those open to change were of the new generation, like Gorbachev, well-educated and were just as frustrated with the lack of reforms from the previous Soviet leaderships as he was. Some of those names you might even recognize, such as Boris Yeltsin, who would become the first president of the Russia we know today. One of the first things the new Soviet leadership did was to improve diplomatic relations with the rest of the world. This strategy had three goals in mind. First was to attract foreign investors. The Soviet Union had mostly been relying on its own resources, but as the Soviet economy lagged behind developed countries, they saw opening up as a great way to get foreign resources into the country to grow the economy. Secondly, the USSR could openly trade with the rest of the world. It could export its own products and resources to the outside world, which would improve the Soviet economy. And lastly, the Soviet Union wanted to improve diplomatic relations with their longtime rivals, the United States of America, and its allies in order to end the Cold War. This way, the Soviet Union could stop the expensive arms race and spend more resources on building up the country instead of building up arsenals. While the USA announced to increase military spending to fight the evil empire that was the Soviet Union, the USSR announced it would stop participating in the arms race and was going to... This way, the Soviet Union could stop the expensive arms race and spend more resources on building up the country instead of building up arsenals. While the USA announced to increase military spending to fight the evil empire that was the Soviet Union, the USSR announced it would stop participating in the arms race and was going to withdraw its troops from foreign wars such as Afghanistan, and that it would reduce its military presence in its Eastern European client states.
What the hell happened here? I dare not think. A stroke of good fortune, perhaps? I hope you're right. So do I. Evil has claimed them all.
Let's see that we're not next.
That's a behemoth.
Who'd be mad enough to tame such a beast?
Stand back.
Get up.
Here it comes.
Well, what are we waiting for?
soldier award!
Joshua! Desperate times.
Clive, no!
Trust me. I'm your shield, remember?
I think this might be a job for FF16!
Why would you turn to him, brother? When we fight together.
That wasn't too bad.
That was just the beginning. My strength is yours.
Yeah, I screwed up. I came in with only one potion and one high potion. I almost killed him though.
Themselves off, but they can all speak simultaneously and they can all listen, right? When guys talk to each other, depending on what kind of guy you're around, some guys just talk and they don't fucking listen. I've noticed, okay, when I listen to women speaking together, right, they don't cut themselves off, but they can all speak simultaneously and they can all listen, right? When guys talk to each other, depending on what kind of guy you're around, some guys just talk and they don't fucking listen.
Yep. So, she ended up saying that she has worked in commercial underwriting for years. She is the most experienced out of anyone in this group. She had, the assignment that was given was literally the exact same thing that she did in that role that she's had for years. So, the fact that they were just dismissing her and not even, like, and just saying no. Yeah, and just talking over her, and then so she ended up captioning this live footage of a woman in STEM. So in case you don't know, STEM means science, technology, and engineering, mathematics, right? So it's like any industry in that field.
I thought STEM guys were just all really dumb, and they all don't know how to have conversations, like listen and shit.
Oh, that's real too. It's the two crypto guys are the same.
There's been countless dudes that just fucking talk and they don't shut the fuck up. And you're like,
Do you remember when Snowden was on Joe Rogan? And everyone's like, my God, Joe Rogan never be able to talk again. Because Snowden's such a fucking nerd that he couldn't shut the fuck up.
even Neil deGrasse Tyson, he was like talking over Joe Rogan. He just kept going and going and going and going. Yeah, presidential
It's not
debate.
just that either. Sorry, baby. It's not just that either.
It happens the other way around.
That's why I apologize for something you motherfuckers would never do. Anyway.
When you say you motherfucker,
That's hurtful, by the way. That's hurtful.
Including Anthony because he's actually apologized when he did.
I'm sorry, baby.
I've never fucked them up. I know this guy fucks them all the time, but
He's such a motherfucker.
he is though.
Okay. Anyway, so then she was also elaborating a little bit more. She said there would be an assignment that we, the other STEM women, would help other classmates with, and they would take credit for it. If we present an idea, whether it's theoretical or any type of
Die!
it's always
Why won't you just die?
to believe it, and if they do believe it, then they take credit like or any type of opinion. It's always like they're very hesitant. To believe it, and if they do believe it, then they take credit like I already knew that. I already knew that, and then they'll repeat it to other people and claim it as their own.
Wow, fucking copywriting bitches.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking dangerous.
Yeah, so then, hold on, but it's not even the STEM field though. Because it went viral on TikTok because of the fact that so many women in so many industries, literally, so many women can relate to this shit. So it was just really relatable to a lot of people.
So why is it that women can't say interesting things? Like what stops them?
Yeah, what stops them from stopping guys from actually listening to what women are saying?
What's that?
Interesting things.
What stops that?
Yeah, what stops them from
What's stopping guys from actually listening to what women are saying?
What's that?
Wow.
That's called coordination.
She also said that, you know what, actually, so this part, so there was this one person that commented on that, and then they said, literally keep talking, do not stutter, do not pause, speak as if they aren't saying anything. Keep talking until they realize that they've interrupted you. I have unknowingly done this after years in this position, and that shit works. Girls do that. Just keep talking, don't let them talk, don't let them
That's
talk.
all guys thought. That's what Trump did to Biden and to do that shit.
Literally, I encourage girls to do that because girls they actually listen. So when they hear somebody talking, they'll just like wait.
Wrong.
And like, yeah, you gotta do what Trump does.
Wrong.
Because when you see guys going at it on a decision or something, right? They'll talk simultaneously and they'll just try to win. And that's literally the difference. Bulldozing, that's the technique. Bulldozing, yeah. And I don't think that it's wrong for women to do it. Just fucking do it, because all of us are doing it. Right. But when you're too fucking respectful and you sit there and you listen and all that, you're not gonna get your point across.
A decent human being?
Yeah.
I guess.
You're not gonna get your point across. But it's not a guy thing. It's just a fucking asshole thing.
I know chicks who fucking take way too long to get to the point.
But like, I don't know, like, I think if a girl were to interject with a guy, like, the guy would probably call her a bitch. So it's like a weird step. Seriously, I have that shit. They interrupt all the time, and like, if we're talking over a guy, and the guy wants to make his point across, and they'll be like, fucking bitch.
Calling a woman a bitch, she has to really be a bitch, though. She can't just be light.
Like, she has to interrupt dudes all the time.
Exactly. She has to be really bitch. Really difficult to continue this conversation.
You're a decent human being, that's why.
It's okay, we cut. You know.
It sucks though, because I feel like the communication styles are definitely different.
Yes.
So because of that, like, it is tougher because I think that, well, in general, women are more collaborative. They don't compete. And men are constantly competing. It's a dick measuring contest. So when you're thrown into that space, like, who's trying to win the position and all that, it's an underlying thing that's happening. So the style of what's going on is way different from what they're used to.
I don't know, I mean, I also think women compete with each other, too.
Yeah, I think it's a behavioral thing, though, because I don't think it's a gender thing. I feel like there's a lot of men that are respectful, too, and they'll wait their turn to talk, and those men are, well, I guess if you had to sum it up, like, they'd be considered the beta men.
And they don't get their dick sucked to everybody's the output of all
PC though, like, can you adjust when you observe it, right?
Yeah.
So instead of like expecting them to bend to you, you try to compete and overpower.
Right, if you have a point to say and you have to get it across, then yeah, that's when you have to choose to step up to the plate and get your point across.
But that's the most annoying thing, though, is because most people, like most men usually, when they're speaking, they're not even listening. They're just trying to figure out the next thing to say to rebuttal to the thing that the other person is saying. So there's no listening happening.
It's a very convenient point you made, but I gotta say,
What?
no.
You mean it's a fact that she pointed out?
It's an easy color to just paint on somebody, but if you're a socially awkward person, I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying if you're a man, you're a socially awkward person, and you have your talking points like measured on your head, like this is what I gotta say, and like I don't want to be awkward and all this shit, then you're just gonna keep on hitting those things. So there's a lot more nuance to all of this than any of us is acknowledging.
Like, we don't know necessarily if the person that's doing it is doing it because you're a woman, and we don't know if he's a social idiot and all he has is those points. And then if you go, he's doing it because he's a man, it is an easy shortcut answer.
Well, hold on. It's not just that. It's also, you gotta take the entire situation from her, like this one particular instance with
She's not wrong, by the way.
So it's the fact that, like, the sexist part comes in where they're telling the women in the group, like, oh, I already knew that, and then they go and fucking use their ideas and not credit them, and then there's, like, stealing all these ideas because they want to come off like they're smart, and then also, like, downplaying the more experienced woman in this whole situation. It's just like, that happens way too often.
I think that would be sexism right there.
Yeah, that's sexist.
And when you have to remember too, the backstory of this, and I'm just doing this because I want to get laid later. Like, the backstory of this is like chicks can't even.
I'm gonna tell Nikki, so you're good.
No. Just cut that part. Okay. So chicks can't even go get a car on their own without the guy who's at the dealership being like, you know, like you want your husband here and all this kind of shit.
No.
Like, all the time.
Literally,
so many things.
on the deed of our home, like I was the first signer, and then Casey was the second signer. But then as we get our mortgage bills, it's Casey's name only, not even me.
So many times, like the guy waiter brings the bill and he puts it in front of me. Like I've seen it. I'm not an idiot, so I notice it. But I want to get laid, so that's why I'm saying it. And so it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's what you want me to say, right?
That's what you want me to say, right?
I'm kidding. And so it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's what you want me to say, right?
That's what you want me to say, right?
I'm kidding.
I'm the one getting you laid.
No, but maybe you want me to send it a clip or something.
I'm gonna tell her all this.
While we're having this discussion, my points are not to either discredit or rebut or argue the fact that this doesn't happen. All I'm saying is, it is a very shortcut answer to say, because you are a man, you do X.
Yeah.
Well, I also agree. It's not that black and white, though. I'm not saying it's that black and white.
Right, but then we have to be careful about these kind of situations because people really do believe this kind of stuff. They go, because you're a man, you don't respect women, and here's evidence for that.
Yeah, that's not right.
Right.
It's not right to blanket it.
No, not at all.
But I'm not trying to say that.
But we do have to look into this situation and go, why does this phenomenon happen? Because I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It happens, clearly. Women get disrespected or talked over or whatever. It happens, right? But then, now the question is, why does it happen? And just by saying, oh, it happens because men don't respect women, that doesn't answer or solve the problem. All it says is just like, it happens because men are mean. Versus going, okay, this happens because, for example, this specific situation, let's say it is a sexist incident, this guy doesn't, respect her thoughts because he thinks that women are below him. Then we can attack that situation and go, why doesn't he believe that women are on the same playing field? Because of what reasons? Right? He might believe that women don't have a strong left brain way of thinking because if you look at the classroom, it's all men. Or whatever the reason is, you got to dissect that individual's biases. Or maybe it's a group bias, whatever. But if we don't get to that point and we just blanket it, it doesn't solve anything. And that's what I hate about today's society, where it's very so simple. Men are bad because you're mean to women. Whatever.
Here's 30 seconds of evidence, therefore my bias is affirmed.
Exactly. Because it could be like he's a social idiot and he just talks over everyone.
Dude, you heard Vital Buterin talk? He's the guy who did Ethereum?
The Ethereum crypto guy. Exactly, because it could be like he's a social idiot and he just talks over everyone.
Dude, you heard Vital Buterin talk? He's the guy who did Ethereum?
The Ethereum crypto guy.
He'll never be able to not do what we're hearing right now, but it's not because he hates women or any of that kind of shit. He just doesn't know how to fucking not say what he's thinking as soon as you ask him a question. So, and he can't stop. And so Snowden's the same way, and there's some people who just have certain things about them that they can't stop answering the question.
It would be unfortunate if they're all males, though. Then the
and that tends to kind of sometimes it seems like according to the response to this thing, it's like a lot of people relate to that.
Okay, but true, but also when you think about Oscar speeches, okay, who gets played off the most? It's the guys, damn it. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to go to the drawing board. We're going to cut all that, and we're going to go to the drawing board, and we'll figure it out.
Because you're still trying to get laid, right?
I just want to get laid.
Get laid.
I don't want to use that. I'm gonna use both. Can I use? Why is this R1?
Then we better move quickly. Welcome back to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys, where we are doing a very special hot seat. You've been waiting for it. We have Gino in the throne. Oh, wow! Hey. I've been waiting for it. Gino.
How does this work? What do I do?
Okay, so basically you're just going to sit there. We're going to try our best to ask you some very, very exciting questions that everybody's been waiting to hear about. But we, of course, have to warm up. We're going to start off real cool from your side. Let's go ahead and warm up.
And you stuck your hand in a bucket.
Okay.
And the bucket was filled between soil or wet coffee grounds. Would you know tell them?
Soil or wet coffee? Yeah, you can tell it. I feel like the coffee grounds would be super coarse. Like sandy.
I'm so surprised you're really
Oh.
on the same wavelength.
Soil or wet coffee? Yeah, you can tell it. I feel like the coffee grounds would be super coarse. Okay.
And the bucket was filled between soil or wet coffee grounds. Would you know tell them?
Soil or wet coffee? Yeah, you can tell it. I feel like the coffee grounds would be super coarse. Like sandy.
I'm so surprised your relationship is this way. You guys are on the same wavelength.
He keeps me on my
You
toes.
guys get it. You get it. That's the best answer. You get it.
Make them warmer, baby.
Alright, so you saw the clips where like Taika was here doing hockey, right?
Yeah, I was right there. Do you remember?
Yeah, do you remember when he was asking like, who do you love? Like, oh, your dad.
Yeah.
How did you really feel about that stuff?
No, I mean, we know the truth, right? We talk about talk about how strong our bond is together, and then I go, hey, but you're gonna make your dad really sad, so let's just publicly say that he's your favorite.
Oh.
So, sorry to have to tell you like this, but that's what happened. We also had that talk with the son.
She's just being an ally for men's mental health. Yeah, dude. What?
I am. Thank you.
So, hey, do you agree?
Yeah.
Clearly.
I was in on it.
He saw that coming. He knew.
Why does he have this shadow like he's got like little whiskers, but there's nothing there?
He's
Clearly.
I was in on it.
He saw that coming. He knew.
Why does he have this shadow like he's got like little whiskers, but there's nothing there?
He's making it. You look like that like trademark logo of the happy face.
Which one?
The yellow one. Dude, we're gonna get banned for you making that face.
Cease and desist.
Someone owns that face, bro. So why'd you leave JK?
Why did I leave JK?
Getting hotter.
Real hot.
The deal.
Because I became a mom, dude. I pushed the fucking human out of my vagina, and I wanted to spend a lot of time with him.
That's TMI though. That's TMI.
What's your most embarrassing moment?
Stupid. The editor's gonna be like, what the fuck happened to the audio? This doesn't cut out.
Fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I have one. I think my whole life is embarrassing. I don't know. Whenever you do something, I'm really embarrassed.
What's something that's embarrassing to you that you felt like earlier on, you're like, oh man, I wish it didn't happen, but later on, I'm so glad that happened.
Like you never like shit while deadlifting or anything?
No, I've never shat while deadlifting.
Sounds like you don't deadlift enough.
Probably.
You don't deadlift hard enough. Eat up the weight a little bit then. You're doing hardcore, bro.
I don't know. I think I do a lot of fucking horrible shit, but like I don't know if I'm like really embarrassed. Have I told you about it?
What about when like a kid or something? You know, nothing like crazy happened.
Or as a teen.
And you turned all hot in your ears.
Maybe like I've had like a period leak, like, and I was wearing some like light pants.
We've all had that.
Yeah. We'll come back to that.
That was pretty rough.
So now that you are settled in the Las Vegas area, right, and then you have this whole new life, and you used to be here pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah, here at like a JK.
JK, we used to film all this stuff every single day, right? How is life now that all you do is chill with Taika and you don't do jack shit? What do you do? JK, we used to film all this stuff every single day, right? How is life now that all you do is chill with Taika and you don't do jack shit? What do you do?
Well, that's not true. And I do all barbell brigade stuff. So that's a lot of my time. peak, like, fun times.
Why don't you come back then?
Well, we don't do any of that stuff anymore. It's just you guys.
I'll wear a blouse if you got it.
I'm right here. I'm right in front of you. You're not seeing me?
I'm being insecure because I miss you, by the way. Yeah. So, can we move outside?
So, how does it feel now that you're back? Do you still go, this like you used to? Because I'm not always here, and you feel sad.
No, I like it. It's a do you need a hug?
No, I'm just trying to make you fucking emotional because I'm always here, and you feel sad.
No, I like it. It's a do you need a hug?
No, I'm just trying to make you fucking emotional because we need drama.
Oh, okay. So I love everyone's energy. Like everyone has like a really unique take on shit. And it does make me a little bit sad that I can't be here all the time.
That's awesome. Cause you can't come back. But let me elaborate on something.
You wanted me to open up so you could fucking stab me in the heart.
Let me elaborate on something that was very juicy, and I loved hearing it. It was like music to my ears when you said, you know what, you guys are like an all-star team, and I don't feel like I belong anymore. And I'm like, yes, we are the Harlem Globetrotters of fucking comedy. We're never in the NBA, but we're just good.
Oh, I said that?
Okay, because you said last time you were here, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I felt like I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, it changed.
Yeah, because you guys gelled so well, like the fucking energy and the vibes were so good that I'm like, oh, I need to step out of this one. This is nice. Like, I just need to be a viewer.
But you know you're always welcome back. This is home for you.
Yeah, I invited myself.
Yeah, I know. I invited you, but then I forgot that I did. I didn't want you here, but you're welcome here. But then do you feel like that's true? Like you don't really belong anymore? How does that feel?
No. I don't really feel that, but I feel like what you guys have done now, since like there's been so much like cast change up, that it's been like really cool. Like the way, because like we never really hung out with you guys. Like us three were doing a bunch of shit together for many years, so it's like natural that we like really clicked really well. But then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Your mom too. No.
And like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Really well, but then that it's been like really cool. Like the way, because like we never really hung out with you guys. Like us three were doing a bunch of shit together for many years, so it's like natural that we like really clicked really well. But then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Your mom too, dog?
Yeah. Let's say you're at her funeral, right?
That's awesome.
Really well, but then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys. No, I don't really feel that, but I feel like what you guys have done now, since like there's been so much like cast change up, that it's been like really cool. Like the way, because like we never really hung out with you guys. Like us three were doing a bunch of shit together for many years, so it's like natural that we like really clicked really well. But then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Your mom too, dog?
Yeah. Let's say you're at her funeral, right? And it's an open casket.
Really well, but then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Your mom too, dog?
Yeah. Let's say you're at her funeral, right? And it's an open casket.
I just said something so nice.
You know the people
You didn't hear shit.
He just thought about it. My fault.
68.
That's the most uncomfortable I've ever felt.
It's 69. Okay.
You didn't hear shit.
Yeah. Let's say you're at her funeral, right? And it's open.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Really well, but then for like you three, for example, to like really come in and like and gel as well as you guys do, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
That's awesome.
Let's say your mom dies.
Your mom too, dog?
Yeah. Let's say you're at her funeral, right? And it's an open casket.
I just said something so nice.
You know the people
You didn't hear shit.
He just thought about it. My fault. That's the most uncomfortable I've ever
ever felt.
Obviously you're sad. Who's not sad when their parents pass away, right? You're fucking sad. You're sad too. I'm fucking sad too. Both of your moms. Yeah, I'm sad too. What? Out of the 99.999% you're sad. What's the point? 0.000?
What you married this guy, man?
1%? Where you go like that? You go, you know, crying and shit. You're like, I'm gonna told you, bitch. Yeah, but I told you so, moment. Now you're like, we never saw eye to eye on this, and I knew I was right.
And you're saying it out loud in front of the whole funeral, but
Yeah. Open casket.
and you're mic'd.
You're mic'd. Fine.
Do a sound check too.
Camera crew there too. Take one. So the moment she said I shouldn't marry Bart, and I was like, see, I told you, bitch, he was gonna be good.
She told you you shouldn't marry Bart.
How good was that for me? I was gagging. I reveal it here. I'm like, see, mommy's a good guy. I told you, bitch. Cuts to all the videos on JK.
What does she have against me?
Huh?
What does she have against me?
I don't know, a lot of things.
Actually, what is, if anything, your family's or like your funniest perspective of Bart? Like something that they maybe don't like or didn't like in the beginning?
Well, they love everything about Bart, but I did. So he's not the first Asian guy that I dated. Drama. No, so the first Asian
Your
guy.
favorite one.
So the first
It's just because of you, I'm gonna make the fucking tattoo even bigger, dude.
He got a tattoo as a man. He thought it said, fear no one, it says fear everyone.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, he Google translated that. He got it. What state was it in?
Carolina.
In North Carolina.
Somebody just reads his life like that.
Dude, Joe's mom read it and was like,
so we told this.
That's
we
it.
gotta
Everybody.
update her. Everyone knows this because we keep telling it over and over.
I heard it for the first time yesterday.
Also, everybody knows not to Google Translate. Have somebody actually not anyway.
2004. Alright, so 2004, me and my best friend just graduated.
Two people have this tattoo.
You got it. It's right here, dude. It's right here. So, me and my best friend, we just got super motivated. You know, you're like, I can conquer the world and you're like warriors and shit. So, we're like, you know, we're the best buds, man. We're the best buds. So, we're like, we gotta get something, you know, that's something that exemplifies that. So, we're in North Carolina, and we're the only two Asians there, of course. Amazing.
Great choice.
And it's like, we gotta get some tough. Fear no one, I don't want it.
Today's video is brought to you by family. So right now, I've been missing some international trips. But no, it was pretty cool because, like, you know, they knew that I was just trying to practice and stuff, and so they're super supportive. But that's what I really like about Babel. They have so many different languages that you can learn from. What's really cool is they do it in these real quick 10-minute lessons.
Yeah, they're really quick, and because they're so easy to digest, you can start. Oh, Japanese is pretty neutral. Cool. Go to the computer lab on base. Excuse me, don't you hear me here? And then we go, Google Translate. We go, fear no one. And it was like, oh, I don't know what it says, but I trust Google Translate. It was like, yeah, it was tight. Print, I can see some of shit, though, you know? Take the paper, so happy. Go to the tattoo shop.
Still happy.
And then we're like, hey, mister, get your tattoo on both of us. And he's like, just to let you know, I don't read.
What was his ethnicity?
His wife. I don't read no orangutan.
I love how deep every single time you got more details.
I don't read no orangutan.
He was dirty. He was I want that guy to tattoo me.
Read armadillo, man. And then so we got him tattooed, and then when we came back, I was hanging out with Joe.
Years later,
yeah. And that's when his mom was like, what's he scared of?
Yeah, because we were in the living room and she was like,
When he got his leg, she goes, what is he so scared of? And I'm like, what?
Blair.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it says he's scared of everybody. So it's supposed to be fear no one, but then I think I switched it around, so it's like everyone fear or something like that.
I got the photo.
Yeah.
my grandma, I remember asking, she's like, what do they eat all day? Like
dogs. Egg rolls.
What's going on? Like they would just ask, like it was definitely just out of ignorance.
It was culture night.
And then I've had like all this pride. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I obviously not with that kind of attitude. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like they're American. They just eat like American food. What do you?
They eat hamburgers too. They're like crazy. They eat hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Sticks. Yeah. So that was like their introduction to like the Asian culture. So when he came around, they were like, of course, you know.
And then Bart picks up a hamburger with chopsticks, and they're like, she was right.
We've seen this before.
But what about me specifically? Like, is there a personality trait? Like, man, this guy always does this.
Okay,
I was just the second Asian guy.
So the one, so I think my brother was like a really, so he would watch all of our stuff, right? Like he would watch JK Party, JK Films, JK News, and he knows like every character, every person, or whatever.
Did that before we got together?
No, but you didn't really meet him until years later. Like meet him. Like you knew, like you guys would talk, but then when you guys got closer was like after we got married. True?
True, yeah.
Okay. All right, maybe I'm making shit up. So then when he really met you, he was like really sad because he's like Bart's not like the same like on video that he is in person. Because like in person, Bart's
like this in person.
Yeah.
That's his personality. Fucking Bart is like, that's true. That's true.
So my brother would like try to.
Bart's like this in person.
Yeah.
That's his personality. Fucking Bart is like, that's true. That is true.
So my brother would like try to throw jokes at him and try to like banter, and he just would be like, like wanted nothing to do with.
And he goes to sleep at 9 p.m.
Exactly. The energy level is down, so he'd be like, I don't think Bart likes me very much. Like he doesn't like play around with me. Like he doesn't
play mommy with me. Just imagine your brother be like, hey, knock knock.
What? What's like?
You know, logical.
Yeah. Come in.
Yeah. So like for the longest.
There's no door. What are you knocking?
What happened to you, man? You're my hero. I subscribe, man.
Did he tell you that?
No.
Subscribe a little bit. Your family talk about a little bit.
Maybe you don't hear it anymore because you've been around so long.
Do I have an accent?
They don't like what happened next. Yeah, you just said, do I have an accent?
Do I? Stop it. What do you mean what happened next? No, just after, like, I just kept having to explain it to him, like, no, Bart's actually, like, really reserved, and he's very, like, to himself, so I'm like, no, don't take it personal. And now he gets it, but, like, for the...
He's bumped out.
Did you tell me your pops was surprised I just kissed him?
Excuse me?
On the lips.
No, like you were like, your dad's all manly and shit.
He's bumped out.
Did you tell me your pop was surprised I just kissed him?
Excuse me?
On the lips.
No, like you were like, your dad's all manly and shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, this fool trying to act all manly, and I was like, hey, let's go pop and grab my kissed him. And then he was like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, man, this fool trying to act all manly, and I was like, hey, let's go pop and grab my kissed him. And then he was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, and woke him up. So, like, culturally, Mexicans are very much, like, machismo, like, man, head of the household type of shit. So, for boyfriends, like, all the men always have to kind of, like, intimidate her a little bit. So, as soon as he met my dad, the first thing he does, which you never do, and no Mexican guy would ever have done this, is he just hugged them and kissed them. And my dad was just like, what the fuck?
That was the first time you met her father?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I want to be a part of this family.
I think
He says, I want to be a
We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die? Jill.
This doesn't make any sense. How did you get your power? Oh, it's Dion.
She's not alone.
It still doesn't make any sense how he got his powers.
surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart, and guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished.
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. And ours.
We fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream.
We need only endure this final trial, and we shall. Together.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye. It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
I mean, if you need side quests, and if maybe I'll just beat this.
Joshua!
Isn't this the end game?
Clive, is that you?
Mac, let's do an experiment. Don't start until I get like the stage behind you, so we can finish at the same time.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Great and many are the sins of man.
No.
And we would have you know them.
Maybe I'll save one load and just have it before the end game, so like I can do all the quests. Oh shoot.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning.
I wanted to leave to another world. I wanted to see what the dialogue would have been if I did leave.
And in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Walk faster!
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus,
how close are we? FaceTime Mac.
Did we find our new paradise? A land of
FaceTime Mac.
driven snow, valleys clear. There would the true work begin. For the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution.
are you at in this game, Abate?
Every organ. There was but one escape from this fate. The start of production.
No, but like me and you, like how much different are we? Like what's the difference? Time difference.
Paradise.
And you don't die like 20-something minutes? Maybe?
Because maybe we could probably finish the game at the same time.
Everything we hold dear.
Yeah, come on.
Humanity can join it.
Bro, I got new headphones.
Oh, I fuck with those. Those are nice.
You know what those are? These are the power beats.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about those.
I used to think they looked so. I used to have them when I was a kid, right? And the older versions were so goofy, but this color was actually nice.
It does look good.
I bought it in ivory.
You will? So you can fancy?
So they just wanna. They ran from this magic thing, and then now they're trying to figure out for salvation and stuff.
To forge a new
Also, I'm trying to like teleport them and I just think
Because they want to get rid. They want to run from this thing that's controlling them, or about to get them.
Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity. You created. Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Mythos, all that you might one day blossom, and our future thus secured. Before the slumber.
So he's supposed to be God?
A great
essentially, yeah.
He's like the Antichrist.
that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single element of impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource. And the land, she wept tears of black. We can never solve this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Unwilling to. Tell me, Clive, what is the truth that he's unwilling to admit? Shut up! We won't talk. We will not talk about that. Mag, it's so bad that I won't even joke about. Oh, hey, I saw that Gabby and what's his name got together. Wow, Mag. I won't even do the thing I do with Clayton and Cassie.
You're just that upset.
Because they're just a bunch of faggots.
I
Okay, they're a bunch of dykes. He's free!
Cast your eyes upon him and see what you must become.
Why do they want my body so badly?
Because you're good enough.
So it's... So he wants me to save some random lady I've never known.
I don't think so.
No, she said, it said to save her from her own destruction. You're the only person to do it.
Oh, he's talking about like the plan, I think.
Yeah. To destroy all people?
The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. There is proclaimed no new paradise. Do you judge yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in the world. This wretched realm fell. None shall follow, none shall remain. What do you mean, none? This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation? Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
Yeah!
What? That is where you are mistaken. You are nothing but your...
I really do wonder how we kill him, though.
We'll find out.
Brother.
Mac, did you kill him already?
No.
Yes.
Well, I haven't beat the game. That's what I'm asking.
I can't do this alone.
But did you accidentally get spoiled on how he dies?
No.
I grow weary of your descent.
I think you're lying to me.
Like, I have a feeling.
Now you must learn.
Am I gonna fight him right now?
What do you think?
Wait, I don't have that much potions! What the heck is that? Free?
You better be free perfect.
No, I'll get to halfway, die, and then get my full potions back.
Mister, I don't think this game's hard.
I still don't, but
This world may be flawed.
any game that I can kill a boss in 2 tries is not hard.
But it's all we have. And if we can't share it,
I did 100.
I see only one other choice.
Huh?
I did $105.
You have to go.
That's crazy, because I got like half of that.
It's not so nearly as much side stuff that
No, I still did a lot. I just kept so many dialogue that it just doesn't matter anymore.
makes me sick that you did that, by the way.
Me skipping dialogue probably cut about 20 hours.
Watch it.
It's us.
Oh, bro, shoot. Let's not be games.
Whoa!
I think I'm gonna end the game at level 48.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. I might take a purpose kill. Oh, I clicked the wrong one.
Like, I feel like as much defense as I can get, it's gonna be vital. Well, it's not good, and this ties into Elwyn. I feel like I have to put this on. Two sons that devour Reagan, and like their father was a reward in the past. Actually, that's the news picture.
How long was your fight with Ultima?
By the way, that fight has like 14 turns. It's actually impressive. I think I hit like the sweet spot. Because I also factor in that I died twice against him. I died twice.
Probably me. I want to get at least a halfway, so then when I die, I get at least a good amount of health away, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so Ultima, like everything with Ultima, like with the fight, took me, I'd say like around 50 minutes.
50?
50, yeah.
It said fight only though. I'm not talking about cutscenes.
Alright, well, factor in cutscenes, it might just be 30 minutes. Like, if you want to do that, guys, skip a cutscene.
Well, I'm not talking about I'm just talking about fight itself.
Yeah, then if you don't die, then you should probably be able to do it in like 30 minutes. I'm trying to decide if I should.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I know I'm gonna die. I'm at 32 health right now. Yes! Well, I only had like 1 or 2 potions left. I got through a cutscene! And I have 32 health! I'm good! I am good!
Alright, that means you reached the halfway point. You're good.
I am good! I'm dead. But I don't care. I got to the cutscene. I just needed to get to the cutscene.
Facts.
Yup. That's what I'm talking about.
Here you go, bro.
I have Odin. It's not really that his special move that's the best. It's actually what's after the special move. Like when you get to like the 3 mark, whatever that is on the left side, that's actually the best move.
Yeah.
I just don't like. The only thing I don't like about his moveset, it just takes so damn long to get into everything.
That's why I usually do this shit when the enemy's staggered.
Yeah, no, it's smart.
That's why I kind of like rotate my staggered.
Also, you can avoid that all if you have to be you have to know his animations.
Yeah.
Because you can be all staggered and make that as much as you want, but if you still get the animations wrong, it's not gonna matter. Oh, I got stuck! Oh, I died again. I got stuck in this gravitational pull thing he did. I think I like Bahamut better.
How dare you?
It's just because I'm so used to the rotation.
How dare you?
Damn it! I can't get that right. What do you think you are, Kaguya?
Kaguya? Fire enemies? I probably don't. Yeah, I don't think yeah, no shot I have that.
Did you know you can light up Ifrit anytime you want to? As long as you get past the first bar. I've been doing that every time I need power. Dude, he threw like 7 things at me. Shut your damn mouth. I don't need that patronizing stuff.
I think this is my
Wait, if I'm fighting him now, who am I fighting at the end game?
I actually have no idea.
Oh, that's how you fight him. Okay. Dude, he's smacking me right now. Oh, dude, what? I don't like that I don't like that flare thing that he does. I keep dying to it.
Know your insignificance.
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us.
Someone's...
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Prostrate yourselves.
Nice try.
countless generations have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Clive!
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive!
Clive!
None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look. Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Wake up.
That hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Muthos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here. Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you. Tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
The sound of... Who knows? So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
There's something about it.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me...
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, We cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. but their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Sid,
It
as
I
we
don't-
are and
So-
so you
One can never have
true and not
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Please, your grace. Ah, my lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yeah. It's your brother, though he does.
I had fear.
There are so...
But
his... So... And let... My lord.
So,
We did...
so it's only...
Well...
Then you...
Worst I shall...
What do you think happened to Miss Min?
No.
It's in.
Well, then it... But... Why don't...
You...
Thanks. Mid.
If this...
You what? But is
The end... It's not the full... Well,
And it-
are you first then?
If it-
No.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
All right, Sid.
Only if you... Mid needs...
Most if it's...
But I'll...
I will not let them be forgotten.
Of course.
It is my...
No, I will...
We will... And the...
You were a good friend, but the dude... I will... You can... All right.
Miss Shirley says we're not...